Area 51. Hidden deep in the Nevada desert, Area 51 has long been linked to rumors about aliens, UFOs, and secret experiments. Because the highly secretive military base remained officially unacknowledged for decades, many people believe the government was hiding something extraordinary there. The conspiracy grew during the Cold War after witnesses reported strange aircraft and unexplained objects moving through the sky at unusual speeds. Over time, people began believing the military was secretly studying extraterrestrial technology or hiding crashed alien spacecraft inside the base. During the 1980s and 1990s, media coverage and the rise of the internet helped turn Area 51 into a major symbol of government secrecy. Former military employees and self-proclaimed witnesses made dramatic claims about alien autopsies and underground laboratories. Interest in UFOs grew again after the Pentagon released new files connected to unidentified aerial phenomena. In May 2026, the government launched the Pursue initiative, releasing more than 160 classified documents to the public. Some reports described objects performing unusual movements, while newly released Apollo mission archives included previously unseen images of unidentified objects near the moon. However, officials say there is still no confirmed evidence of extraterrestrial life. Much of Area 51's mystery is still believed to be connected to military secrecy rather than aliens. The base was used to test highly classified aircraft during the Cold War, meaning many sightings were likely experimental technology unknown to the public at the time. Moon landing conspiracy. According to the moon landing conspiracy theory, the Apollo 11 mission in 1969 was staged by the United States government. Believers claim that NASA filmed the landing on Earth and presented it as a real mission in order to win the space race against the Soviet Union during the Cold War. The theory began gaining attention during the 1970s as footage from the mission came under growing suspicion. Certain details, such as the American flag appearing to move, the absence of visible stars in space photos, and unusual shadows on the moon's surface, were often treated as evidence that the landing had been filmed in a studio. As the idea spread through media and eventually the internet, more claims continued to appear. Some believers argued that the technology at the time was not advanced enough to safely land humans on the moon and return them to Earth. Others claimed that NASA and other officials had participated in a massive cover-up for decades. However, there is strong evidence that the moon landing really happened. Thousands of engineers, scientists, and astronauts worked on the Apollo program, while independent tracking stations around the world monitored the missions in real time. Moon rocks brought back by astronauts were studied internationally, while later missions and satellite imagery continued to confirm the landing sites on the moon's surface. The Illuminati. For decades, the Illuminati has been one of the most famous conspiracy theories in the world. According to the theory, a secret organization operates behind the scenes, quietly influencing world events and controlling society from the shadows. The group is often associated with symbols like the all-seeing eye and supposed hidden messages in popular culture. Over time, the theory spread far beyond politics. Powerful figures, celebrities, and major institutions were all accused of being connected to the Illuminati. Some believers claimed that major events and global crises were secretly orchestrated as part of a plan for world control. Because almost anything could be linked to the theory, it spread rapidly across the internet and media for years. However, the conspiracy was loosely based on a real historical group. In 1776, an organization called the Bavarian Illuminati was founded in Germany by a professor named Adam Weishaupt. Unlike the modern conspiracy theory, the original Illuminati was not a secret group controlling the world. It was a small intellectual society that promoted reason while opposing excessive political and religious influence. The organization was eventually banned by the Bavarian government and largely disappeared within a few years. Today, there is no credible evidence that a secret organization called the Illuminati controls world events. Most claims connected to the theory rely on speculation rather than verifiable proof. Finland doesn't exist. The Finland doesn't exist conspiracy theory revolves around the idea that Finland is not a real country, but a fabricated region invented for political and economic purposes. The theory suggests that the area shown on maps as Finland is actually part of the Baltic Sea, while the land itself is supposedly divided between neighboring countries. The idea first appeared online in 2015 after a Reddit user named Raregorn claimed that his family had taught him Finland was fake. Although the post was later revealed to be a joke, the story quickly spread across forums and social media. One of the strangest parts of the conspiracy involves a supposed secret agreement between Japan and Russia. Believers claimed that Finland's location was actually open sea used for hidden fishing operations, with fish secretly transported through Russia using the Trans-Siberian Railway. Some versions even suggested that the name Finland came from the word fin, referring to a fish's fin, to support the belief that the region was really sea rather than land. As the story evolved, the line between satire and genuine belief became increasingly unclear. In reality, Finland is very much a real country with a documented history, government, population, and internationally recognized borders. Reptilians. The reptilian conspiracy theory suggests that powerful reptile-like beings secretly disguise themselves as humans and control major institutions from behind the scenes. Some believers claim that certain politicians and influential figures are actually reptilian creatures living among ordinary people. The theory became widely known during the 1990s after being promoted by a writer named David Icke. He claimed that these beings came from another dimension or star system and maintained control over humanity through fear and influence. During the 2000s, it spread rapidly across the internet through edited videos and online rumors. Footage of public figures behaving strangely or appearing distorted on camera was often treated as supposed evidence. Ordinary visual glitches or unusual facial movements were sometimes interpreted as signs that someone was secretly reptilian. Over time, unrelated events and coincidences became woven into a much larger hidden narrative. However, there is no credible evidence that reptilians secretly control the world. The conspiracy is widely regarded as a modern myth shaped by science fiction and misinformation. Some parts of the theory were also influenced by ancient stories involving serpent-like beings from mythology and religion. Birds aren't real. One of the internet's strangest modern conspiracy theories is the idea that birds are actually government surveillance drones designed to monitor the public. In this narrative, real birds were supposedly replaced decades ago with robotic replicas capable of recording people's movements and conversations. The movement began gaining attention during the late 2010s after Peter McIndoe started promoting it online. McIndoe spoke about the conspiracy completely seriously, making it difficult for many people to tell whether he truly believed it or not. Some of the movement's more unusual claims included that birds sitting on power lines were actually recharging, while seasonal migration was supposedly part of routine maintenance and hardware replacement. These ideas helped the conspiracy spread widely online as a joke. In a 2021 interview with the New York Times, McIndoe finally admitted that the entire movement was satirical and created to parody misinformation online. Flat Earth Theory. The Flat Earth conspiracy theory claims that the Earth is not a globe, but a flat plane surrounded by walls of ice. According to the theory, governments and space agencies have been hiding the truth about the planet's shape for generations. Some believers also claim that images of Earth from space were fabricated as part of a massive global deception. Although the idea dates back centuries, the modern Flat Earth movement began gaining attention again during the 2010s through online content and forums. As it spread across the internet, many people started questioning photographs from space and satellite footage. Some supporters argued that the horizon always appears flat, while others believed that gravity was either fake or misunderstood. Videos presenting personal experiments and observations were widely shared, often portraying mainstream science as misleading. Over time, ideas involving NASA, Antarctica, and hidden information became connected to the movement, turning it into a much larger conspiracy narrative. Despite the growing popularity of these claims, the scientific community continues to present evidence supporting the Earth's spherical shape, from centuries of observation to satellite imagery and modern physics.